I don't think we're ready to have this conversation, but apparently someone thinks it's a good idea to charge $100 for GTA 6 once it releases. Some random dude named Matthew Ball, CEO of Epyllion, a financial advisor firm in the tech industry, they made an absolute unit of a presentation called The State of Video Gaming in 2025. And I gotta admit, it's actually kinda interesting. 223 pages too long, but interesting. Inside this jungle of corporate mumbo-jumbo, there are a couple of slides that talk about the pricing of video games, and in one of them, they suggest how GTA could become the silver lining to fill the pockets of investors as, and I quote, "Some game makers hope that GTA 6 will be priced at $80 to $100, breaking the $70 barrier and helping $50 titles to move up to $60 to $70, etc., etc., etc." Then they proceed in further slides to try to justify this by comparing this inevitable price increase with those of concert tickets, movie tickets, the uprising inflation, and the cost of video game development. Bro, who are these game makers? What are they talking about? What is Matthew Ball drinking? Maybe I'm too dumb to understand where the basis for this $30 increase is coming from, since we already had one $10 increase at the start of the generation. Perhaps I haven't read Matthew Ball's international bestseller book, The Metaverse, and I'm missing something. But the idea of charging $100 is really obnoxious and appalling, to be honest, especially in this economy. The thing about this unwelcome suggested future price increase would be not only because of the greed of gaming companies like EA and Ubisoft, with their lack of morals trying to squeeze more revenue out of gamers, exploited employees, and massive layoffs in the name of profit, but also there's really nothing out there that really justifies that bump. The real problem here is not the price that we should pay, but the cost of video games themselves. For the past few generations, graphic fidelity has been a sign of improvement, at least in terms of marketing, to sell consoles and new graphic cards. But as an OG 37-year-old gamer, I can tell you that with every generation it feels we are getting diminishing returns, more often than I would like to admit. Yes, Unreal Engine 5 looks amazing, but if you compare it with previous generations, it's harder to justify bigger spending as the excitement and surprise factor are literally not there for the consumer. It really is only a matter of time until Nintendo Switch free games look as good as PS5s. Give it a generation or two and we'll be there, for sure. With every new generation, the games keep getting more and more expensive to produce, crossing the barrier of hundreds of millions of dollars, where units sold play a significant amount in the revenue of single-player games. But the flood of microtransactions in free-to-play, multiplayer and mobile games is probably what actually drives the whole gaming economy. The moment we have something worth buying for $100, where technology takes a leap so massive that makes a game console announcement or a game announcement exciting again, that's when you can think about charging $100. But to be honest, not even GTA 6 can convince me of doing that, so I'd rather use those extra $30 and buy myself a copy of Metaverse by Matthew Ball. Psych.